Interview Frederik Schodt on how you can submit to the Japan International Manga Award. Frederik Schodt is an author and translator who once worked with Osamu Tezuka, who published the groundbreaking book Manga. Right now, he's helping out the Japan International Manga Award and getting ready to do a special event and with Bat out on manga's popularity in America. Otaku Yusei caught up with Schodt about his involvement in the Japan International Manga Award, how you can submit your work, and where you can see his event with Mat out. Can you please tell us about the Japan International Manga Award and how you got involved in the executive committee? The Japan International Manga Award was established in 2007 under the auspices of Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It is distinguished from the many other manga-related awards in Japan in a few significant ways. It is under the auspice of a government ministry and thus operated with tax money. It is designed not for Japanese citizens, but for artists overseas, to help raise awareness of Japanese manga culture, to promote international exchange and understanding, and, in a more general sense, to promote comics culture worldwide. It's a wonderful award, granted every year to artists who submit works in high quality and originality. There are gold, silver, and bronze categories, and while there is no prize money involved, it's a great opportunity to up-and-coming artists. The gold and silver winners are usually invited to Japan for the award ceremony and effective for around 10 days of expenses including airfare cover. It's a great opportunity to see Japan, to see manga culture up close, to meet Japanese artists and to have one's work critic. During the pandemic, the ceremonies have alas been conducted virtually, but hopefully we will soon be back to the regular format. I won quite a few awards in Japan, mostly for my work writing or talking about manga and translating them. In 2009, I was awarded the Order of the Rising Sun Gold Race with Rosette by the Emperor, and later that year, perhaps because of it, I also won the 2009 Ministry of Foreign Affairs International Manga Award, special category, for helping to promote manga overseas, as sometimes happens with awards in Japan. If you win one, you also may later to be invited to serve at a judging panel or act as an advisor, and that's what happened to me. In 2014, one of the 5 executive committee members, Hamano Yasuki, just suddenly passed away. I was asked if I should join the committee, so I did. What are your duties in the executive committee? My role as the executive committee has always been quite nominal. Mainly, I think to bring an international perspective and to attend various meetings related to the award end. Of course, the award ceremony itself, recently I've been trying to help the organization navigate around the world. Manga in their English promotional materials is such a tricky word, and it may confuse North American artists who think they have to draw in Japanese manga style in order to submit anything, which is definitely not the truth. In Japanese, of course, manga can mean comics, cartoons, and even not too long ago, animation. It doesn't necessarily mean Japanese comics. It can also refer to foreign comics and cartoons too. It's all problematic and confusing a term as English comic books or comics. How can people submit for the Japan International Manga Award? Last year, there were 483 entries from 76 countries in the region, and the top winners were from Holland, Spain, Taiwan, and Ukraine. The Ukrainian allies even being unable to attend the award ceremony virtually. Given the war, given the size of US comics culture, there really should be more submissions from North America. So if anyone from this area of the world is interested, do please apply. As mentioned, the entries do not need to be in what is often drawn outside of Japan as manga style, since winners in the past have included European Vandal Destiny style, as well as totally original styles for Mongolia and Hong Kong. The deadline for the 60th award is July 8th. For details, please see the award website. What sort of discussion are you having with Matt out at the Japan Society where can people see this? And it's put together by the Japan Society in Northern California. It will be a hybrid format for discussion, both virtual and in person, scheduled for the June 28th in North America, the 29th in Japan. I will be inside in San Francisco with up to 50 people in the audience, and Matt and his wife, Hiroko Yoda, will be logging in from Tokyo. The official title is Manga Mania, a brief history of how manga conquered America and left an indelible imprint of pop culture. The title is a little bit hyperbolic in my view, but titles of events probably are. It's definitely going to be a brief and simplified history of a complicated phenomenon, but I've given thanks with Matt and a few times before and it has always been a blast. The URL for the free exclamation mark event is here. You've been involved in manga for a long time. Did you ever foresee how big it will get globally, given how difficult it is to export any kind of popular culture, especially to a completely different societies. I never imagined that manga would become as popular globally as they have. It's really an extraordinary phenomenon, a wonderful one. Is there anything else you're up to that you'd like to share with us? I'm best known for my work with manga, but my own books also include subjects such as Japanese international relations, technology, and history. The things I realized recently is that in all of them, I managed to sneak in something, sometimes quite a lot, about manga and pop culture. That's true of my latest book, too, which is more of a personal philosophical book. It's titled My Heart Sutra, A World in 260 Characters. Of course, in Japan, there is also manga about the Heart Sutra.